freckles, blemishes, skin spots. We all have them. I'm sure some of you have a few. Have you ever looked at them twice? Wondered perhaps whether there was a change? And if you were worried about it or thought there may have been a change, how would you know? How would I, as your family doctor, know? And if you were one of those people with a worrisome or abnormal spot, how long does it take to get an answer? Do you wait months and months to see a skin cancer specialist or dermatologist? Or do you have to fly to another center, perhaps multiple times, first to get a diagnosis and then the treatment? In British Columbia, there are only about 78, I know that's not really an about number, but let's say about 78 dermatologists to cover our population of 5 million. And if you live outside of one of these centers, you almost certainly will incur additional costs. You also may have possible delay in your diagnosis and treatment, and potentially a worse outcome. 1 in 6 Canadians will be diagnosed with skin cancer during their lifetime, actually making it the most common form of cancer. Today, we rely on individual doctor expertise to triage patients and to decide which one needs to be escalated to the next level of care. We also rely on an outdated technology known as a fax machine and a piece of paper that comes out the other end to get inconsistent access to the right specialist. At Providence Healthcare, we are determined to change that. Through our commitment to innovation as a partner in Canada's digital health supercluster, we, together with our partners Meta Optima and the others, are working to bring you the future, a dermatology point-of-care imaging network. Today, as your family doctor, I would look at that mole you are worried about, and with my years and years and years of experience, I would make a judgment call and decide what to do next. Either reassure you, remove it myself, or refer on to the next specialist. But what does a doctor with limited experience and limited equipment do? How do they make an action plan? And this is where technology comes in. DermEngine, Meta Optima's dermatology software, uses the power of artificial intelligence to sort through a database of thousands and thousands of images, and it looks to find the image that looks the most like your mole. It then alerts the physician to tell us which mole falls out of the normal parameters. This allows me and other doctors to provide more evidence-based decision-making. It does not replace, but it adds to our knowledge. This immediate feedback is almost like having a dermatologist in the room with you. This also levels the playing field, giving everyone access to the same level of expertise, no matter where you live across the province. So how does this actually work? The tool, or part of it, that maps and sorts and follows your mole is right there in your pocket. It's an app on your cell phone. Instead of relying on memory and picture diagrams and guesswork, Meta Optima's new technology uses my phone, their mole scope, which is a camera that magnifies, and creates a link from a photo to a body location. It can accurately locate and describe the size, the characteristic of that mole. It also means that when we come back next month and next year to take another photograph, we know exactly what it looked like before and where it is. So we can follow those potential changes year after year. So once you and all your moles and spots are part of the virtual network, your mole images will then be sent to a central e-triage, where dermatologists will review those images again, using their expertise plus the additional expertise of the artificial intelligence database, once again increasing the accuracy of the diagnosis. Of course, the only way we really know whether someone has skin cancer or not is when a pathologist actually examines the specimen that we cut off. So if a decision is made to excise a mole, the pathology team of experts here at Providence Healthcare at St. Paul's Hospital, in collaboration with BC Cancer, will examine the specimen and make a diagnosis. All this information then goes back into the database. So whether that was a dysplastic mole, whether it was a malignant melanoma, or just a plain old freckle, goes back into the database and then increases the accuracy of everybody else who uses the tool from that moment onwards. So what about the fax machine or the missed phone calls, the time on hold? With this, electronically linked system, you will actually know the status of your referral. You will be able to coordinate your own appointments, and your results will come to you directly. Just think about how much anxiety will be eliminated and time will be saved. And if you really want to move away from fax machines, dinosaurs, and dodo birds, meet this new bird, Dermadrome. This is a smart assistant being developed and fine-tuned by Meta Optima that will accurately record moles on super high-risk individuals where we can't actually take a photograph of each one. This Dermadrome is going to stand around you and photograph your whole body. But this is not just about skin cancer and the technology and tools we use. This is about a change in the way we deliver care. This is actually about a change in the relationship between you, the patient, and me, one of your care providers. This technology is very accessible and easy to use. It'll enable care closer to home and closer to the patient. It's going to empower patients to interact with us in a different way. And if we can do this with skin cancer care, what else could we change? What about abnormal heart rhythms or early cancer or early pregnancy care? So in order for all this to happen, we not only have to innovate with technology, or as in this case, meet the right friends, we need to challenge the status quo. We need to challenge the way that patients, nurses, doctors, administrators, and funders think. We need to change the way our whole system thinks. And that is the magic that St. Paul's Hospital and Providence Healthcare bring. We're not afraid to make those challenges. As a family doctor, I am not going to be spending much time in the new St. Paul's Hospital. Most British Columbians won't. And I sincerely hope that none of you will spend much time in there either. So why are you here? Why should you get involved? Because the new St. Paul's Hospital is not just about these buildings, it's about the innovations like this one with dermatology. These innovations are what change the way forward so that everybody can get the best care. Thank you.